Here we go!
The legend lives on from the
Welcome back. Going right to the phone lines. Good morning, Chuck.
Hi, fellas. How you doing?
Good.
I just had a question for Doc. I know he was just talking about the Robert Kennedy statement about the link with Tylenol and pregnant women and the explosion of high numbers of autism in our country.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't think there's a link to that, does he have any other explanation why autism is such a high increase in our country? What does he think it's linked to if it's not
I don't think
Tylenol?
I don't think it's Tylenol. Tylenol's been around for a long time. Now, he doesn't think it's Tylenol either. If you read the paper last week, he brought his statement back. He doesn't think it is either now.
So what do they think it is?
Well, I think they're able to diagnose it much better now, for one thing. There's different forms of autism right now, but I think that's the problem. We don't know what is causing Tylenol. It's probably of it's probably of a genetic basis. I really don't know. I'm not an expert on autism. There are people out there that are much more intelligent than I am that are talking about it. But I don't think he has any business talking about it.
Does that answer
Well,
it?
I did have a question. Like I say, atorvastatin is a very common medicine, and I myself had a very severe reaction, and it took me a year to overcome the condition I suffered from it. It was debilitating.
Oh, I know.
And,
there are a lot of medicines that one can get a reaction from.
Right. And I'm pretty sure that the United States worldwide has one of the highest autism rates in the world, and
that's because we're able to diagnose it. Really.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Okay,
Chuck.
Enjoy
the
You're
show.
welcome.
Take care.
I'm just here to try and get the message out, Joe.
Yeah, but it's the adjectives and the negativity I got to deal with. The facts are one thing. You could just say without mentioning.
You got to go with the
right, but
facts.
mention the person. You don't have to have all the adjectives that make him look bad. So that's what people are complaining about, the politics part.
It's
the
not
medicine
the
is one
politics,
thing.
It's the medicine. It's the person who's degrading the medicine.
Well, I see you posted something.
Still cloudy outside.
Yes, it still is. And there's no wind.
It's a little cloudy in here.
A little cloudy. Not bad, though.
I
don't get mad about many things, but...
you posted some pictures about these crappie.
I did?
Yeah. I just saw it. Was that yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
And that was
I went fishing yesterday.
At
West Branch.
Oh.
See, this time of year, there's one thing that is very difficult to do because we're so blessed with so many places to go and go fishing, and that's decide where. I was thinking, I'm going to go to Mosquito and fish the docks, and then some of the Cass Cray guys are like, well, we're going to West Branch to fish the docks. And I'm going, But then I thought, well, maybe I'll go to Deer Creek again because I did really good there last week. And I was I'm going to go to Deer Creek. It's a little bit closer. It's a little bit,
Yeah.
And it's just, and then I hear they're biting at Nimisila. So it's like, and then I'm thinking, well, I can go up to Lake Erie and cast for walleyes and stuff because in the evenings around 5:30, the walleyes start hitting.
Yeah.
And then, well, I haven't been steelhead fishing in a while. Maybe I want to go steelhead. And it's so hard to decide.
Yeah.
And then, you look at the clock and it's 10:30 and you go, why am I sitting here?
Remember I talked about the gentleman from Lima that buys the Kodiak oil all the time?
Yeah.
He fishes Indian Lake.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah, a lot of crappie in Indian.
And he's catching Sog guys.
Sog guys.
Yep.
Well,
And like he goes
At the
like
Moundwood
almost
boat
every-
ramp. I know right where he's fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I fished there before, and it's really good.
He
In the
like the
fall.
one night he caught or afternoon he caught 4
Mm-hmm.
24-incher,
Wow.
17, 20-incher.
Yeah.
The next day he's doing well and the others aren't, but he's using the oil. But yeah, Indian Lake is where I asked him where he goes. So that's where is that in relationship to Lima?
West.
Oh, west.
West and
Yeah.
south, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a little southwest.
So it's far
out
from
by
here.
it's out by Ada and Bucyrus, out that way.
okay.
South of Bucyrus.
By Ohio
So it's,
Northern University.
Yep.
It's a reservoir. What is
Yeah.
Indian Lake?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a reservoir. There's lots
Big-
of houses
big-
around it.
Big reservoir.
It's very, very large. They had a huge fire there a couple of years ago that
Yeah.
like burned half the
Town.
down. It was bad,
ooh.
but really good fishing. It's full of crappies. It's full of sawguys.
How
It's
did
full
the
of bass.
guy get in there?
Huh?
How did
They
the
stock them. State stock 'em.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they stock them. They stock Buckeye Lake. Buckeye Lake's another lake that's on fire right now, which is down off Route 23 down there near Columbus,
Yeah.
which is a really good
just
lake.
west of Columbus.
And Alum Creek.
Yeah.
That's a really good
Yeah.
lake for muskies, for sawguys, for
Smallmouth.
crappies, for smallmouth. And the thing about Alum Creek is it's really deep.
Super deep.
Yep, it's a very deep lake, but there's a lot of structure there, a lot of points and cuts and drop offs and like
Old farmhouses.
yeah, just a lot of places for the fish to go and like I was saying, this time of year, everything starts to bite, so you have to sort of refine your search.
Is
Captain
it been,
Atwood, Piedmont,
Yes.
Muskingum Conservancy
Yep.
District.
is it hard to fish with all the leaves? Is
So it
that
depends on what you're.
Yeah.
If depends.
Depends on the wind, where you're going.
Yeah, and
Aren't the
in the
streams-
rivers, it's tough because sometimes you'll get caught in the leaves,
Yeah.
and as they're flowing down, you'll get a bunch of leaves go down, and
yeah.
you hook into a leaf, and that's just something you got to deal with.
Okay. More so
Um,
in the streams.
Yeah,
Okay.
but some of the lakes get leaves blown into the corners, and there's lots of leaves on the surface.
Yeah.
And if you're fishing topwater baits or crankbaits or something like that, you can drag a leaf along, and you might think you have a hit, but it's a
Okay.
leaf. So, but that's just part of fishing.
Yeah.
You just got to work through it. And I know a lot of guys that fish the mouths of the rivers or that cast spoons out there. Sometimes they hook a lot of leaves.
Yeah.
Because going out and it gets in the currents and things like that, and the leaves are down in
Down,
the water.
okay.
Trolling the rivers
So-
is hard.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's very hard. And but yeah, the rivers now, especially out east where they had all the rain, they're pretty blown out. But
Yeah, we had almost
they
2
should
inches.
they should be coming down pretty much to almost prime today, except the Grand, of course. But Monday, Tuesday, it should be perfect.
It's supposed to be dry
Yeah.
a good part of the week. So
It's supposed to be perfect. So great conditions for the steelheaders, from I would say Vermilion all the way out to Erie, PA, and up there it's a little different fishing. It gets sort of crowded because they get a really big run up that way, and but. Go to like the Chagrin and the fish. There's been enough rain where the fish can get further upriver, so you can get way upriver in the Chagrin by almost to Chagrin Falls, I would say, but in that area, and you can catch fish. So just be careful. Watch your private property lines and things like that. But as long as you go in by a bridge or in a park, there's all sorts of parks up there. The Western Reserve Land Conservancy and a lot of the park districts have bought land along the rivers, and lots of good access.
oh, we can get a phone call in here.
Sure.
Good morning, Nancy. Oh, wait. Oh, I can't get to her yet.
There you go. Now
we
you
go.
can.
How's Nancy?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good. I called you before. I gave you recipes for your crock pot and so on.
Yeah.
And my grandpa was a fisherman out Portage Lakes. I went by the Castaway store. I meant to stop in,
Nice.
but I didn't. And I think someone should nominate you for an honorary degree for a lifetime of achievement. You have really, from where you started to where you are now and the way you're talking about your show, knowledgeable about many things.
Wow.
Somebody out there or one of your friends should nominate you for a degree from somewhere.
Oh, thank you. That's beyond me.
We'll give him a diploma next week.
Well, thank you for such kind words.
Yeah.
He is.
But also, I would like to say that I'm a teacher, and I have seen many kids in my class increase with learning problems. I'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And right on the bottle of Tylenol, it says, if you're pregnant or nursing, consult your doctor.
Mm-hmm.
It's been there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it isn't the cause for certain things, but it's something you should consider. And I know a man who said, all my children are fully vaxxed. I am not an anti-vaxxer. And I don't have to say who that was. Mm-hmm. But I do wish along with you, that they wouldn't discuss things like that. It's their opinion, and I'm telling you that this is my opinion.
Very good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate the very kind words.
Okie doke.
Thanks, Nancy.
Okay,
See ya.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, and that we got to take a break because the fish report's coming up, and we will do that on the other side.
For those that fish Lake Erie and are used to fishing with Dipsy divers, I think they've got to try my diver, Castaway's Magnetic Diver. And what's so neat about it, it's a magnetic release. So you don't have to fight. But the problem with the regular Dipsies is that they'll trip. You got to bring them in.
Or sometimes they won't trip.
Or they won't trip. This is a magnetic release, so you let it into the water, and as it has slack, it falls and it sets and then dives. And then when a fish hits it, it trips it, comes to the surface and comes in. But the neat thing about it as well is you can fish with it. You can trip it. You can let it come up through the water column. You can reset it. So it's a great way to get a bait down and away from the boat. So it's Castaway's Magnetic Diver, but it's something, if you're a troller, you need to look into. It's a great product and a great way to make fishing a lot easier and a lot more productive. Order yours today.
Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. We're back, and we're talking fishing, and we got a report.
Oh, fishing report.
Yeah. You talked a
Like
little
I've
bit,
said,
like
yeah, a
it's
little
like
bit.
everything everywhere, right?
It is. And the thing with fishing is, I mean, I can tell you to go to the docks at Mosquito, and there's probably 20-some docks out there you can fish. And part of it is trial and error and finding the right place where the fish are.
But there is the same thing at West Branch.
Absolutely.
I didn't know
In
that.
the West Branch Marina, there are docks you can go fish. And after the season, you can't go during the summer months when they have boats docked there. There's no boats there now. And
do they stay up all year, those docks?
yes.
Oh, so you
they're
could do it in
floating
the
docks,
winter.
and they're on big pilings that have.
So you could ice fish it.
Absolutely. If there's ice and it's actually about 20 feet deep in that area.
So crappie?
Crappies. It was fun yesterday. We had a group from Cass Cray that, part of the guys went to Mosquito, part of the guys went to West Branch, and I met up with them there.
Who did better?
Probably more keepers at Mosquito.
Mosquito, I was going to say that.
More keepers at Mosquito. But it was we all go fishing. We keep fish sometimes, not every time. But even if we're catching small ones, we're still having a good time. It's more the camaraderie and, the picking at each other and all this other stuff. And I'll save that. I'll tell a story about one of my Cast Cray friends, and if I got to tell them on their little chat room that if they want to hear the story, they could tune into the radio.
Good.
It'll be about Scott. I'll just put it that way.
There you go.
All about Scott coming up at the bottom of the hour.
Cool.
But we were fishing the docks right next to the poles that hold the docks in. And anywhere from 15 feet to probably 6 feet, there were fish they get under the docks to get in the shade, and they stay around those poles because it feels like structure to them. They
Is
feel
it also
safer
any
there.
heat?
Not negligible.
Not
enough.
Not this time of year.
What about when there's ice? Do those poles stay thawed around them?
No.
Okay.
It'll freeze up.
Okay.
If the docks move, the ice will break. But
Okay.
The fish, they were hitting small, soft plastics. We weren't using live bait. One of the guys, John, who's a friend, he's one of our friends and has gotten to know the Cast Cray guys really well and loves the baits. And he was using some wax worms and was catching bluegills one after the other.
Really? Any
And
size?
there were lots of bluegills. A few of them were keepers. You had
Yeah.
to weed through the little ones, but
Yeah.
really good. But there were bluegills everywhere, crappies mixed in, and it was usually around that 10 to 15 foot range where they would hit. And what I was doing, I'd drop it down that deep, no float or anything, just right next to the dock. Let the light jig, 32nd ounce jig with a minnow-shaped soft plastic on it, just let it sink, and I'd jig it a little bit, and I'd hold it still, and then I'd lift it up slowly, and as soon as I'd lift it up in maybe 2 feet and stop, there'd be a thump.
Yeah.
And you feel that little tap and set the hook, and there you got a fish. And then other times, I would lift it up like that, and when there was no bite, I would just drop it really fast and let it sink. And sometimes, as it was falling, the line would stop. So the fish hit it on the drop, which crappie do a lot.
Yeah.
And then there was another time I was swimming the bait along the side of the dock.
Oh.
And I caught one. So, I mean, they were hitting all different kinds of ways. There was no real pattern, but nothing was consistent. You had to keep changing, So sometimes you'd lift it up and you'd get a hit, and then you do it a few more times and nothing. So you change it. You do it on the drop and wait for them to hit. There were some times when I would cast out in between the docks in the open area where the boats would usually sit, and I'd let it sink and just reel it in slow. And I was getting hits doing that. And but lots of bluegill were caught. Lots of crappies were caught. The biggest one I caught was probably 10.5, 10 3/4. I put a picture of it on our Facebook page. But a lot of the docks and stuff are really hot right now because those crappies, the bait's in, and they're in shallow, and the fish are following them in. And you can catch crappies, you can catch bass, you can catch perch, you can catch bluegills, you can catch northern pike, you can catch muskies.
Ooh,
one of the
really?
guys saw it had to be a 3 foot long muskie laying right up under a dock.
Oh.
Just right under the dock in that shady area, and it was just sitting there.
Yeah.
And, they tried to catch it.
It
but
wouldn't
they couldn't-
catch, no.
Wouldn't hit anything.
No.
But we saw a few guys in boats heading out. They launched and everything. West Branch is really down to winter pool level, and it's low, but you can still fish it. And they were out muskie fishing. They were trolling or casting for muskies.
Oh.
And it's a great time of year to go muskie fishing.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
There's some big ones in West Branch.
In West Branch, there's some huge muskies.
And some big stripers.
Yep. There's still some stripers in there. That's another good lake to try for stripers. I saw last week a couple of boats out trolling for stripers in Deer Creek, those big hybrid stripers.
Oh.
And I caught one crappie fishing. I had that picture last week. But
Yeah.
But same place. I guess Rick from Cast Cray, his dad went to Deer Creek and caught, I don't know, half a dozen, maybe 10 keepers or something like that, keeper crappies. You can also get the bluegills. If you have worms, if you have wax worms, you can catch bluegill after bluegill after bluegill at Mosquito off the docks. or at West Branch off the docks or at Portage Lakes, they're hitting the small stuff. So the bass are also hitting at Portage Lakes and Nimisila. They're catching them on crankbaits like rattle traps or shallow diving crankbaits. And actually, if you want to go sawguy fishing, like Norm was talking about, the Muskingum watershed lakes are doing really good. I know some guys that went to Atwood, and they did really good on the sawguys.
How do they taste in comparison to the walleye lake?
I think they're better. I think they're more sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're definitely better.
Yeah.
And there's all those Muskingum watershed lakes down like Atwood and Tappan and Piedmont, and an overlooked place to catch sawguys is Leesville. There are a ton of nice sawguys in Leesville, but everybody muskie fishes there.
Some people get them out of Clendenning too.
Yeah, Clendenning has sawguys in it, and but the probably the two lakes that I have the most experience with are Piedmont and Tappan.
Mm-hmm.
Tappan, you'll see the guys at the bridges jigging the vibes and the spoons, jigging spoons, but you can go there at sunrise and fish rattle traps or the shallow diving crankbaits along the rocks and along the bridges and stuff. You can cast from shore and catch them.
Right along 250.
Yeah, right along 250. It's which actually 250 driving down there in the falls, one of the most beautiful drives you can take, and really good fishing. We got a Tim Wilcox sent me a little info on. There you go.
He must be feeling better because he's out fishing.
Only 2 eaters, looking like slow bite, working on finding fish. One guy has 10 bandits up high. So they're running shallow diving. They're going shallow for the walleyes. And I know Brian Rembowski is also out, one of our other listeners. He's out listening to the show, and he's out brawling off of Cleveland as well.
But wasn't Tim sick, so he must be doing better.
Yep.
That he's out fishing.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
Tim gets better, then I get another wound on my leg, and it's just it's a constant struggle.
Yeah, but you know how to deal with it. So.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not infected, so that's a good thing.
Oh, that's good.
But I'm getting it taken care of, going to the doctor, taking my pills, wearing my compression, all that.
Good.
All that stuff. So
did you bump it or you just got it?
No idea. I just got it out of the blue. That's when you have chronic venous insufficiency. You don't necessarily have to bump it or scratch it or anything.
Just open up.
They just pop.
How do you
Your
get
veins
that?
pop, and it just opens up.
It's genetic.
It has to do with genes. It has to do with being diabetic and poor circulation.
Oh.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And
venous insufficiency.
But I did go to the doctor this week, and this isn't a fishing-related thing. What is sort of? I can make it a fishing-related thing.
Okay.
I weighed 319 pounds.
Okay.
And I used to weigh 376 pounds.
Whoa!
So I've lost a little weight,
How
so
long?
I can go out
well,
on
we
thinner
saw
ice.
last week. It was
when it freezes, I can go out on a little thinner ice now. So. But
you're still our official ice tester.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm trying to get under 300, which is not that far off. So I'm still working on it, and I got to stop the stress eating.
I'm well under 200 now.
So am I.
Good for you boys.
We can get this call in quickly. I think we got time. How's it going there, Doug?
Hey, fellas. I was watching. I got a ding on my phone, and I saw Carl. You were doing was it a live feed at one of the lakes, like a week or so ago? Where was that at?
That was Deer Creek, and it's the Deer Creek Reservoir that's out by Alliance. It's one of the Stark County parks. That
I didn't watch the whole thing, but you got one right away. How did that go for that trip?
Oh, I caught over 100. It was crazy. A lot of small ones, under 8 inches, right around under 9 inches, but I probably could have kept 15. And did catch a couple of 12s. So they're mixed in. I caught probably a 4-pound hybrid striped bass, and had another one break my line. But They're definitely hitting there right along. I forget what road it is. If you're going down
crowded or no? Is it crowded?
Not when I was there.
Okay.
So,
I know years ago that was a destination for the when they had the Electric Elite for bass tournament. There was some nice fish that came out of there.
Yeah.
Over 20 years ago that was. So.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe, for the holiday season, do you have any like gift packages or something you could put together a bundle? Something like that, or even have like a Bigfoot scent you could sell, and it would probably sell out.
There you go.
Good idea.
We're going to get him to sell those crappie chips.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll let you go with this. I went to Lake Erie this morning by 72nd launch.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably 3/4 filled, and there's people at the lighthouse, maybe 8 boats. When you make a right, there's a whole bunch there. There's a couple kayakers real close to shore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's a little pet peeve of mine. As I'm going through, the parking lot's maybe 3/4 filled. The water's pretty clear, but it has like the pasty gray kind of color here and there. I'm looking in the parking lot, and some people don't know how to park with the trailer. They're taking up 2 spots.
Yeah.
I must have saw at least a dozen. If you were looking for a spot, you couldn't because they jackknifed them. They're like 3 feet in the lane next to you, and it didn't affect me. But when Monday at May, and that's like, that's like plain old rude. Like when you get out, don't you see that?
Yeah, they must be in a rush or something. They're not looking.
Yeah.
Or just don't care.
And it's dark, and they just don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I joined the fishing report late. You're heading out today, you said, or no?
Yeah, I might head out to Deer Creek, actually. It's a nice, relaxing place to sit by the side of the road and catch a few fish and watch the eagles fly over and all of that stuff.
That's free admission there for sure.
Yeah.
Any reports of bass out there, do you know? Or
I haven't seen any bass caught. I know they're in there, but a lot of guys, they fish for the crappies this time of year, or the hybrid the hybrid striped bass. They'll throw a jig in a plastic, like a paddle tail that you would use for bass, or a chatterbait or something like that, and those big wipers will come up and nail those, so you can catch those.
And did you see the report? They broke the record from West Branch for the striper.
Yeah,
somewhere.
That was a new. That was
barely beat it out.
Yeah, that was a West Branch fish that, many, many, many years ago they used to stock stripers in there, and then they quit for a while, and I think they did it one year, and then they quit again.
Yeah.
But
so where was that fish caught at? Do you remember?
Out around, it was closer to the dam at West Branch.
I mean the new one, the new record.
Oh, the new record? Wasn't it down in southern Ohio somewhere?
Yeah, I forget. I just remember a blurb on my phone. I did.
Heck, I can't remember the name of it. It's not Cowan. That's not it. Caesars Creek or one. I forget. I can't. I'll look it up.
Okay. We appreciate the call.
But yeah,
all right.
They're hitting. They're all multiple species are hitting right now. So if you can get out there, I've heard the night bite's been good at Portage Lakes and Nimisila too, under lighted floats. So
okay.
And put on some Bigfoot paste there, Joe. You'll sell it.
Okay, we got you.
Bigfoot candy.
See ya.
He's got that big woman paste too,
Okay, and now we'll take a break because
paste.
Carl's going to do the report on the other.
Okay, I'll tell you the story of Scott at West Branch
on the other side. We'll be back.
This is Carl Big Daddy Beckle for Inside the Great Outdoors Radio. We're Cleveland's only live, independent call-in outdoors radio show, and we're in need of sponsors. Every Sunday morning from 7 to 10 a.m., Castaway Coolest, Dr. Norm, Joe Keogh, and myself cover a variety of outdoor-related topics. The show podcast also runs nationally several times a week on the Outdoor Radio Network. If you own a local business and are looking for a place to advertise, Inside the Great Outdoors Outdoors is for you. For more information, contact Joe Castaway Coolis by email at jcoolis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. Lowest rates in town for the fastest 3 hours in radio. Inside the great outdoors. No matter what species of fish you target, Kodiak Scents has great products that will help you catch more fish. One of those is Kodiak Candy, specifically designed to attract any species you fish for. Panfish, trout, catfish, or walleye, Kodiak Candy is full of freeze-dried scent. Freeze-drying concentrates the scent and makes it irresistible. Kodiak Candy even works on saltwater fish. Easy to put on the hook, this candy will get the fish's attention and trigger more bites. To order your Kodiak Candy or any of the line of Kodiak scent products, head to www.castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. Are you ready to catch the big one? Introducing Kodiak Fish Attractant Catfish Bombs, your ultimate secret weapon for a successful fishing trip. Designed with fishermen in mind, Kodiak Catfish Bombs release an irresistible scent that draws catfish in from miles away. Just toss it in, wait a bit, and watch the action unfold. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, these bombs are hot stuff. Perfect for the weekend angler or those late-night catfish excursions. Watch your catch rate explode with Kodiak Fish Attractant Catfish Bombs. Available online at castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.com. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoolis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. So for a change, Carl's going to do the story.
Yeah, I did it last week too.
Yeah, good.
You got a lot of
good.
He got his brain exercise for the day, so
right.
Okay. And so yesterday we went out to West Branch at the marina. Now West Branch is a big state park, and
is there only one?
What
marina? No. Marina.
Yes,
okay.
The main marina.
Okay.
They have a beach and all sorts of boat ramps and a campground and all sorts of, but we're fishing the marina.
Okay.
And if you put West Branch Marina in your phone, on your mapping software,
is that off of 5?
Right there.
Is that off of 5?
Nope.
Oh.
It's off of 225.
Oh, okay.
And there's all sorts of ways to get there, but it's over by Camp Carl. That's why I went. So.
Are you serious? Is there a Camp Carl?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But it was quite the day. Got a late start, and let's see, we had Rick, Jim, Tommy, Jen, Scott, Ethan, and Tim.
Wow.
And I think another Rick.
Wow.
We're all there. So, and I had a late start because I was trying to decide where to go and drinking coffee, and I really needed to drink a lot of coffee. Yeah. So I was just finishing my second big cup of coffee and decided I'm going to West Branch to meet up with this gang of fishermen that I know, and just to have some fun and camaraderie of fishing with your friends, and which is always a good way to go with fishing.
Sure.
But so drive out to West Branch, and from my house in Cuyahoga Falls, it's probably 40 minutes to get there.
Oh, okay.
So it's not that far. It's a little bit of a drive, but it's a nice drive through Portage County in fall colors, and you can see how many deer got hit the night before when you're driving down I-76.
Did you see many?
There were a few.
Okay.
Not too many.
Good.
But was out and got to the marina, and everybody's parked there, and the docks, they're pretty big docks. They go out, 30, 40 feet.
Oh.
Have a lot of slips in them and big poles, and everybody's spread out a little bit, and And as soon as I pull in the parking spot and get out of my truck, I can hear him. This is my friend Scott.
Oh.
And his nickname is Scotty Gills.
Gills?
Yeah, Scotty Gills. Because all the guy catches is bluegills.
Oh.
We can go crappie fishing where everybody and their brother is catching crappies, and he'll catch bluegills. So he sort of earned the nickname of Scotty Gills. And he's a real nice guy. He's always, he brings his kids fishing. He's got a couple high school age kids, and they play football. And as soon as I pulled in, I open the door, I get out, and I can hear him talking. He talks a lot.
Yeah.
And I can hear him talking about the playoff game, the football game, his son's playing football, and how his son recovered a fumble and they won and they're moving on in the playoffs. And
yeah.
But I'm like far away. It's a good little walk to where they're fishing, but I hear him talking about it's echoing off the trees and everything else. It was funny. So I knew I was in the right place. So I grabbed my stuff, my chair and my fishing rods and my tackle box, and I'm walking down, and they're like, "Hey, Big Daddy's here, Big Daddy." And I'm like, "Hey, guys, how's it going?" And I fished a dock right across from where they were fishing. They were on another dock, and we're sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, Carl's here. He's going to catch all the fish now." Because, I sort of have a reputation.
Do you sit or do you walk?
Both.
You can sit?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You can take a chair down, pop it on the dock and sit. And
that's nice.
Jig for them, or throw out a slip bobber with a minnow and just sit there and watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very relaxing. But we're all talking, and he's telling stories, and he's telling as soon as I get set up and sit down, and he's like, "Hey, Carl, look at this," and he reaches in the bucket and pulls out this crappie. And it's probably 13.5-inch crappie.
Ooh.
And I knew he didn't catch it. But, he's sort of like you, where you pick out the big fish and tell everybody about it. He doesn't say he caught it.
He's just showing you.
He's showing you.
He's not lying.
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's not lying. But I always give him as much grief as I give you when you do it. So it's the same thing.
Okay.
And I was just like, "Oh, now who caught it?" And he's like, "Well, Jen." His girlfriend Jen was there fishing, and she caught the fish.
Oh.
So all day I was like, "Man, hey Jen, are you going to put that fish on his hook and let him reel it in so he knows what a good-sized crappie feels like?" Because all he catches is bluegills. And he's sitting there fishing. Jen was there, and Rick was there, and he was there. They're all fishing this dock, and he's catching bluegills. And everybody else is catching crappies. And I'm just laughing, and I'm like, "Hey, why don't you hold up that fish again so you know what one feels like?" And, oh, man. I was telling Jen, I said, he's lucky to have you because now he's, somebody can let him hold their fish. It was just
Is he using the baits that other people are?
Yeah.
And
he's the same stuff. He still catches bluegills.
Really? Let's see.
So Scotty Gills. It's funny. The reason I tell the story like this is because it's not to disparage the guy or make him feel bad or anything, but it's just funny because he's a great guy. He's really nice, and he's trying to catch crappies, and he does. He catches them every once in a while.
Yeah.
But mostly it's bluegills. So we still, whether he's catching crappies or whatever.
You think it's his style of how he
I have no idea.
Huh.
It's just one of those things that you think it's one person that
right around among
It's like the guy on the boat that where we're catching perch everywhere, and there's one guy that can't, and then we're all using the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy, but he's really fun to pick at because we go back and forth and everything. And
is he a big guy or a small guy?
He's a pretty good sized guy.
Okay,
he's a real nice guy. But probably about an hour after I got there, they all packed up and left to go eat. So they caught a bunch of crappies and little ones and bluegills and everything else. And I stayed, and Tommy stayed, and Ethan stayed.
And how was it?
And that's when they found the muskie. Oh. And they were going nuts over that.
Yeah.
And see, the thing with this group is everybody has their own thing. Like Tommy, for instance, he likes to catch bass. So while we're fishing these docks, Ethan catches a bass, and I catch a bass, and Tommy didn't catch any bass. And he was like, why can't I catch a bass? That's my fish. I like the green fish. That's what we always say. But
yeah.
It's always, that's the thing about fishing. You find a group of people that, you may have nothing else in common with them, but you all love to fish and have a good time.
Well,
and going to the docks together and just sharing that time on the water and the camaraderie and the
kind of like what Captain Bob was saying.
Yeah,
it's a universal.
Absolutely. And when things are working, we bounce it off each other, and like I was telling them, it's not just one pattern. That's you got to vary your retrieve. It's not really a retrieve, but how you jig, and whether it's sinking or coming up, or it's and fishing docks is a lot like ice fishing too, because you're not casting, you're fishing straight up and down.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys do. They take ice fishing rods and use those instead of longer rods.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys do that. And another thing, Rick brought his Vexilar and was hanging it off the dock to see how deep it was and where the fish were hanging and all of that other stuff. So you can do that too, which is a great idea because I didn't even think about it. I was like, man, that would, and he was catching lots of fish.
Yeah.
But he would see what they were doing on the screen and all of that
depth.
stuff and how deep it was and if there was anything down on the bottom, because there's still a few weeds down there. But, in a lot of places, like the Portage Lakes and the Lake Miltons and places like that, people put brush piles out in front of their docks and stuff. And you might be able to find something, that's holding the fish because they're really attracted to the structure right now. If you can find a place where there are, like I said, the marina docks, if they have bridges you can fish, like at Tappan and Piedmont and places like that, you can fish the bridges and catch fish because those fish are attracted to those structures and they feel safe underneath them. Yeah. And we'll use them as an ambush point. So
cool. All right.
But it was a fun day, and
Good.
I think I got like 8 fish, and then I went home and ate lunch and
good.
They do have that handicap dock at Mosquito too.
Yeah, Mosquito has
people that have problems.
Yep. And they're actually building a new standalone. They used to have like a porta potty there. They're building a little pavilion with a restroom and everything there. So it's under construction. It'll be done later this fall and ready to open in the spring. When
can you
the
fish
lake
that in the
comes
spring
up.
Before the boats come?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So I think it's April something is the
there
the
is
date.
A cutoff date.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes April to the end of September.
Okay.
And then after that you can fish the docks, and before April you can fish the docks. So.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to take a break. You're listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. Good news on the other side, and we'll be back.
Do you enjoy a good story about hunting or fishing? Then you need to get your hands on Tales from the Trails, the real-life adventures of Castaway Coulis. Take a journey around the world with Joe as he recounts some of his best hunting and fishing trips, from Africa to Alaska, from behind the Iron Curtain to Australia. You can share in his memories through the book, complete with pictures to take you on the journey. It's a trip back in time looking through the eyes of an outdoors legend. Order your copy today on Amazon or at castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.com. No matter what species of fish you target, Kodiak Scents has great products that will help you catch more fish. One of those is Kodiak Candy, specifically designed to attract any species you fish for. Panfish, trout, catfish, or walleye, Kodiak Candy is full of freeze-dried scent. Freeze-drying concentrates the scent and makes it irresistible. Kodiak Candy even works on saltwater fish. Easy to put on the hook, this candy will get the fish's attention and trigger more bites. To order your Kodiak candy or any of the line of Kodiak scent products, head to www.castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. This is Carl Big Daddy Backnell for Inside the Great Outdoors Radio. We're Cleveland's only live, independent call-in outdoors radio show, and we're in need of sponsors. Every Sunday morning from 7 to 10 a.m., Castaway Coolest, Dr. Norm, Joe Keogh, and myself cover a variety of outdoor-related topics. The show podcast also runs nationally several times a week on the Outdoor Radio Network. If you own a local business and are looking for a place to advertise, Inside the Great Outdoors is for you. For more information, contact Joe Castaway Coolest by email at jcoolest@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. Lowest rates in town for the fastest 3 hours in radio. Inside the Great Outdoors.
If you troll for walleye, steelhead, or even salmon, you need to check out Castaway's Magnetic Divers. The release is magnetic, so if it trips accidentally, no need to retrieve it. Simply give the line slack, it sinks and resets itself automatically. When fishing is slow, trip the diver when trolling. It will come up through the water column and very often trigger a strike because you are now covering different depths. It can be set to go off to the right, left, or straight behind the boat. It comes in 3 sizes and different colors. Why not try one today? You can order them online at castaway.com. That's castaway.com with a K. You will not only improve your fishing success, but will make trolling fun again because of no more retrieving after a false release. That's Castaway's Magnetic Diver at www.castaway.com with a K.
Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoolest@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. This is Inside the Great Outdoors. I got to deal with 2 clowns over here, the 2 big rascals.
Yeah, the little rascals and the big rascals.
Right. And
all right, I get to update my computer again.
There you go.
Every time I come in here to
Yes.
shut this thing down, I got
Yes.
to do an update. So I'll just let it go now instead of waiting until the end. And
the Irish guys are starting to get ready.
there's been a lot of good news.
You got what we got?
If you go to Portage County Parks, the website for Portage County Parks, they're doing a maple syruping.
What?
Preparing your trees and everything for maple syruping next spring.
You're kidding.
Give you all sorts of resources and things. If you want to tap your trees and everything, they're going to show you. It's like November 6th, I believe the date is.
Wow.
So check with Portage County Parks. It's always good to check with all your park districts because there's stuff going on all the time. And here they come.
I can
That's the
hear
best
them
news.
coming
We got
through.
the
There they
Irish
are.
guys coming.
3
in.
Musketeers.
Yep.
Stay tuned for the Irish show.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, what else did I hear this week? Well, the John did bring it up with go vote.
Oh yeah, voting.
And nobody can tell you who you're going to vote for. That's your decision.
Yeah.
So that's how.
Well,
that's
when
how
you
we
get
do
in
it.
there, there's nobody looking over your shoulders,
That's
so
right.
you could say all you want and you vote how you want. So
Absolutely, that's your exercise, your franchise. That's your
franchise,
yeah. That's what they call your vote.
a franchise?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I thought that was a miss.
No,
Oh, really?
no.
Oh,
Exercise your franchise.
oh,
Go into the voting booth and
Yeah.
make your decision.
yeah.
And let's see, what else is going on in the world? Oh, the fall brawl! I saw somebody caught an 11-pounder, 11.19 is up on the board.
That's
which
getting
is a really good sized walleye.
Yeah.
They're
much longer?
They're getting bigger till the end of November. You got a whole month.
Oh, a whole month yet.
Yep. And I think it's 29th is the last day.
That storm really
messed it up.
Yeah.
They had some really that weather came in and blew all the water out of the western basin, and it got bad out west.
Is that what Bob was talking? It's still bad.
Yeah, it's still, but it'll blow back.
Yeah,
northwest.
Does it come in pretty fast?
Yeah, it moves out pretty quick. It'll happen over an afternoon.
So it leaves quick and it comes back quick.
Yeah, it'll fill up again.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the sesh. It sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's slower. So it just depends. But I don't know if it's good news, but the high winds especially did a number on the trees. So I hope you got out to see some fall colors. There's still some around.
Now here I see out of the window there's some color, but where I'm at, boom, gone, gone.
Yeah. A lot of wind.
We had rain and wind.
Yep.
And we got like 2 inches of rain, but it went quick. And even listened to on the radio people talking on other things that it's gone. It went quick.
Yep.
It's this last weather that came in, which is sad, but
it was one of those years. It was
funny year.
It wasn't the greatest, with
I am
with the
concerned
drought
about
and everything else, and then the fast moving storms, fronts, and high winds, and everything
What
else.
I'm concerned is that a lot of my pine trees dropped a lot of needles. I hope they did it because trees, when they're stressing, drop their leaves to protect themselves. And I know pine trees do it as well. I hope that's the case and they're not dying, because I got a lot of pine trees in my yard that I transplanted and put there from the power line. So I'm hoping that that's okay. Time this week to get the garden put away, and it's sort of sad, but I'll be putting the chicken manure in there to build it up for next year and starting the plan for next year too. So
that's the thing. It's there's always something to do.
Oh gosh.
You know what I mean? And you know that.
Yes.
Being the gentleman farmer you are.
Yeah, plus the yard.
Yeah.
In addition. So it's and you keep, I got to get this done and this done.
I could get the leaf blower out, and I got a couple leaves on the ground, but
I got to go.
There's a lot more.
I did this week. Got to do it again.
Yeah, I got to do it again.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to do it now. I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
I think next weekend or the week after is when the city comes with their leaf sweepers and sucks them all up.
Snuffleupagus.
Yes, the big Snuffleupagus. That was when I was a kid. I dreamt of working that thing back and forth and watching those leaves just get sucked up in the big
in the
vacuum.
thing. Yeah.
That was my dream when I was a kid, was to be one of those guys. Now they're automatic. The guy sits in the front and it's got an arm and he moves it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
the Japanese used to have this machine. They'd come over here from Japan, and out west they'd suck up
groundhog.
Not
prairie
dogs.
Prairie dogs
with that thing.
Yeah,
and ship them over to Japan as pets.
There's a bit of good news talking to the Chris the Trapper guy that the gray fox are on a big increase.
Oh, that's
and
I thought I saw gray fox out by us a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I did. I got it on camera. Saw one. It's the mainly because they catch the bad disease from raccoons, and the raccoons, like I've really been working on them, and that's the biggest thing that they get disease from. But which was surprising. Skunks, we talked about that. Skunks are valuable. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but the biggest buyer of raccoons was Russia. And who they're fighting? Not Lithuania. Ukraine. And so if that war will stop, raccoons are going to be $15 to $20 a piece, just like overnight.
Wow!
So you wouldn't think that.
Well, I know skunks are on a.
Oh yeah,
they're on a tear.
$100.
Yeah,
Well, they're getting
$70 to $100,
right? Because
if it has
now
more
they're
white in it.
getting yes. Now they're getting to the prime time right
Yeah.
now. From now on,
I was watching a skunk trapping video on
Oh.
YouTube. It was very interesting.
oh yeah,
He had a lot of the dog proofs,
yeah.
and he made a couple of bucket traps, and he had
He
some
caught a
live
raccoon
traps.
in a
No,
dog
skunks.
proof.
No, he caught
Oh.
raccoons in the dog.
Yes,
proofs.
right.
But he was catching skunks in
Yes.
the cages, and he made some bucket traps with the conibear,
Yeah.
and would get a few there.
Yes.
And he'd have some leg holds too. But it was there we go. Is that the skunk song?
What the heck was that?
A little bit of the Irish show.
I guess they're
coming on.
getting warmed up.
Yeah, getting warmed
Oh,
up for the
okay.
Irish show.
But yeah, it's been a good. Some of the trapping market is dead, but then
Yeah, most of it is,
Yeah.
but the
coyotes are getting in prime right now. Too,
yes,
so.
yes, but the main value is skunks.
Mhm.
But if the war stops, the raccoons are going to go pew right back up, and probably some other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's any culture we got.
I got a little culture. The maturity of man. That means to have required the seriousness one had as a child at play.
There you go.
That's true.
That's a
isn't
good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm surprised it's so dreary out there today.
It was.
Were they
Did you dress up for Halloween? I dressed up as Farmer Lee Jones of the Chef's Garden out in Huron, and I had my overalls and my tuxedo sweatshirt and my hat. And
Yeah.
You got the
trimmed my
physique.
beard and went to work, and nobody thought I dressed up. That's my normal outfit.
Oh well. Oh well, I'll tell you, Joe really did it.
What?
No.
Oh, with
he
his
dressed
costume?
up with him and his wife.
Yeah.
Oh, that was something. Well, he's
That
out
was good.
gallivanting. He'll be here next week, so we'll hear the
Good.
food and good news and all that. So get out there and make some memories, because the memories you make today could be the most lasting, most important ones. And like I even told people in church the other day, keep smiling, because a day without a smile is a day wasted. So you can make a phone call to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. I say it every week, but it's so true, because it'll be, wow, how have you been? And actually, I heard from a girl that I used to date like ages ago, and she's out in Virginia.
And she said, "You're still around?"
Yeah, I'm still around. Yeah. So I said, yeah, I'm still around. She's out in Virginia. But that was nice to hear from somebody, just that little smile. So it's a good thing to do. It's keep smiling. That's the way to get through life, smiling. And as my mother always told me, besides smiling, make sure you don't take any of them wooden nickels.
You've been listening to Inside the Great Outdoors with Joe Kulis, Joe Keogh, and Dr. Norm. Join us every Sunday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on AM 1420 The Answer. Download the podcast of today's show and previous broadcasts at IGOradio.com. Follow the show on Facebook and get interactive with the cast and crew. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, 7 a.m., right here on AM 1420 The Answer.